True Audiophile is located in Portland, Oregon, a tax-free state, and we sell many of our products online nationwide. So we're here to show you the Okki Nokki MKII, of course. And the Mark II version keeps everything people loved about the Mark I and fixed everything they didn't. So before we go into all the different new features of the Mark II, we wanted to talk about record cleaners in general. A good record cleaner should have a built-in vacuum. You're going to have your solution, a spreader brush, which in the case of Okki Nokki is a goat hair brush, natural. And of course you'll put your record on it, you'll clean it, and then you'll vacuum it off. Done. The only difference between the Okki Nokki and everything else in the market is some of them are more automated than others. It can go all the way up to the sonic cleaners, which are generally considered the best, and those are over $4,000. However, the Okki Nokki is approximately a little over $600. And for us, with the difference, we'd rather buy records. So if some people think that record cleaning isn't worth it, we wanted to show you this. This solution was crystal clear when we started working with it, and it's the result of cleaning maybe 15 brand new and very clean used records. So as you can see, it's pretty cloudy and dirty. Now, if you're wondering why we would clean new records, it's because when a lathe goes over a record to cut it, it leaves debris behind. And within these micro grooves, the needle on your cartridge is dragging through it, creating tremendous heat. And that can bond the debris to the walls of the record and lowering the sonics, thus just lowering the investment you made in your record. So we want to clean everything. When you get an Okki Nokki, you'll have enough solution which, when diluted, will clean hundreds of records. We've taken a diluted solution and put it back in the bottle for this purpose. Again, it comes with a natural goat hair brush, instructions, and it comes in black or white with an optional dust cover. So let's look at the functions of it. It's an all-metal construction. The wand is all metal, as you can see. It has cleaning pads on the bottom, so when the vacuum starts, it's not going to hurt your brush. Sorry, it's not going to hurt your record. And if you look at the construction of the platter, it's a sandwiched metal construction, and it has this rubber jacketing over it, which is great for your records. And before we use the record, we like to clean it off just to make sure there's no dust or anything that's going to get on the underside of the record. So let's try cleaning and see how simple it is with the Okki Nokki. So you take your record. First off, you put it on the spindle, and that's the first improvement you'll see. The previous Okki Nokki was considered a little too small of a spindle, and it didn't fit the record properly, and the record would have some lateral movement, which it doesn't. As you can see, we screwed down the clamping knob. We screwed it tight, but we didn't wrench on it. You want to be sure not to scratch your label or strip the threads. Now, another thing with the Okki Nokki, which is really astonishing, is how loud the motor is or how loud it isn't. If you're having trouble hearing this, that's intentional and the point Okki Nokki is trying to make. Normally at this price point, the videos you can see online about other record cleaning machines sound like a bag of marbles, and that's kind of unsettling when you're spending the kind of money, even at $600. So the vacuum cleaning part of it is still considered one of the quietest on the market. So what we're going to do is we're going to take first we're going to put it in the forward position, which is clockwise. We're going to take our solution, which has already been diluted. There's many ways you can do this. We've seen concentric circles. We've seen people do sawtooth patterns. We're just going to do a light pattern that looks more like a star pattern. So you can see we didn't really load it up like crazy with fluid because we don't want to oversaturate the record. And the worst thing is, you can see in other videos where the solution starts to drip past the outer part of the record and underneath, which is not what we want. Another thing we're going to talk about is the cleaning pad. It's a natural goat bristle. Sometimes people see a stray bristle like you see here, and they kind of yank it out, and so more bristles follow, just like in a natural hairbrush. Just go ahead and cut it off with scissors. Otherwise, what you're going to do is also saturate this with cleaning solution. The reason we recommend this is you don't want it dragging over the record dry the first time you use it, or if you're just using it for the first time in a long time. So now you're going to put it on the record. As you can see, we have it at an angle to keep it away from the label. And we're going to let it go across until we're sure the entire record has been saturated evenly with the cleaning solution. Now we're going to take our brush, we're going to put it at 9 o'clock and just very gently put it back at an angle. And then we're going to follow the rule of 2. So we're going to let the record make 2 full revolutions. And once it's done that, we're going to reverse the motor. And you can see the bristles are really getting into the grooves. So again, the motor very, very quiet. Now what you want to do is you're ready to vacuum it off. What we like to do is you're going to put the vacuum wand into position. We turn on the vacuum and let it get to full power, and then we push it down. And we let it go for 1.5 revolutions. That way when we turn it off, it takes about 1/2 revolution, and then the wand will pop up on its own. So the wand's popped up, the record's clean. And that's really all this you need to do when working with the Okki Nokki. I don't know if you can see it in the back here, but it's the drain tube. Another good feature about the Okki Nokki is there's a sensor on the reservoir of the waste reservoir, and if it gets too full, it's going to stop the operations. You won't be able to use the Okki Nokki, which is a good thing because that prevents overflow, which leads to dripping and drainage issues. So just go ahead and probably every 30-40 records, just drain it simply by putting the tube in a little bottle and tipping the unit up. So that's all you can see in the Okki Nokki, but you've heard and seen the action. It's very smooth. It has a great small footprint, very easy to use, and very, very economical. Of course, you can buy the Okki Nokki on our site, and we appreciate people that go to our site and check out everything that we have, because we carefully select all our products to be unique and sound musical while giving the customer all the detail and resolution real music offers. Visit us at trueaudiophile.com, and thanks for watching.